Back in 2015, we were talking about ways in which drone racing could be improved as it was, because at the time the drones were quite small and we couldn't get investors, we couldn't get sponsors, because they said, yeah, it's great for these few people who are flying them, but for the spectators, they can't see anything when they're 50, 100 metres away. Honestly, one night I had a few too many beers. And this night I said to them, I got them on the phone and said, how's the designs? Yeah, I like them, but how about we make it 3 times bigger? How about we make it 1.5 meters? And yeah, that was really the start of the giant drones. From there.
Two aircraft. We've got the 500-sized aircraft and we've got the FS1. So the FS 500, that aircraft was designed as a next step for the small aircraft. So they're not actually any faster than the small aircraft. They have approximately the same flight time. They can fly on very, very similar courses as we are doing today. But they are much easier to see and much easier for spectators to follow. And so that's our training platform. That's the drone that everybody can learn to fly and race. And it's cheap, it's cost effective. The FS1 is intended to be the Formula One of drones. This is not a cheap drone, it's an extreme aircraft. It should do in excess of 200 kilometres an hour, and it should get to 200 kilometres an hour in a little over 2 seconds. So it's extremely fast. It's much bigger. It's 25 kilograms. We can go up to about 35 kilograms with more batteries in it, depending on the flight time we want to achieve. The accelerations around the corners are approximately 4 to 6 Gs, depending on which axis the aircraft is using to turn and go around the corner. And accelerating from a starting point, the aircraft will pull about 4 Gs all the way up to about 150 kilometres an hour. And that's why it can accelerate so fast.
Drone racing has developed its own culture over time. In its early days, it was a very elite culture. You had to learn a lot to build your own drone. There weren't instructions around the place. It was a very difficult thing to do. Over the last 4, 5, 6 years, drones have become more and more available, both commercially and for people who like to get into sport. It's a lot easier to go about. The people who will enjoy this, it's the millennials, the Generation X, Y. It's the people who've grown up playing computer games that can identify a sport that is a computer game and real life at the same time.
But I think drone racing is going to continue to evolve and become more and more interesting as the drone racing industry understands what the media and what people and what the internet want to see and how to present for those things. And hopefully we can be part of that. Hopefully we can provide some key parts of that formula.
I really believe the giant drones will lead the professional side of drone racing for both engaging as a sport and for spectators around the world. Racing always leads the way. Formula One, they invented seatbelts, ABS brakes. This is the direction we see drones going. It's going to allow commercial applications. It's going to allow civil aviation changes. All these things are going to be new. And I like to think that one day this technology, this might be the new car. This might be the new thing that you can have in your garage or on your roof that will take you to work. And I'm very happy that we are part of this.